Hello, family. Welcome back to Life Reconsidered with your girl, Dr. T. Today, we want to talk about a topic that is very dear to my heart. No one wishes illnesses of any sort for anyone, but when it happens, friends and family can make a difference in a person's recovery. Just like physical illnesses and problems, mental health problems can also be treated. The question for our discussion today is, how can I support and help a friend with mental health problems? To begin with, you would want to learn and recognize early signs of the mental health problem. For example, if it's anxiety, depression, thought disorders, eating disorder, ADHD, and like neurological disorders, like dementia and all kinds of dementia there is out there. Example is Alzheimer's. You want to learn about these early signs so that you can then have a conversation with your family member or with your friend. Find out the resources that are available in your community or in your area. For example, resources like locating somebody who is trained in mental health illnesses or understand what mental illnesses are. You can also try to find out resources like community mental health centers. You can also look for resource materials or brochures that speaks to the specific mental illness of your family member or your friend. Talk to this family member about what you have observed. Now, sometimes it's so hard to, invite your friend and talk to them about what you have observed about their lives if you are not prepared. And that is why it's important for you to learn about the early signs of that specific mental health illness that your family or your friend is struggling with. You don't need to be an expert in this area, but having some common knowledge would definitely help your intervention and also get your family member to listen to you. In terms of talking to your family member, first of all, you want to be non-judgmental in your approach. You want to discuss your observation with them. For example, if there are mood swings and if there has been changing in how they sleep, if there has been increased irritability or anger or defensiveness, if there has been hopelessness, you want to point these signs out. You want to let them know this is your observation. And you also want to let them know how long you have observed these symptoms for, so that your family member will be able to listen to you and be more open to anything that you have to say. Don't forget to love them through the process, because sometimes it's hard to figure out what your body is going through. So if our family members are in that phase, it's going to be difficult for them to even understand themselves. So don't forget to love them through it as you're having this conversation with them. Don't be defensive if they are not receptive of your conversation. Don't be judgmental, and certainly don't be angry or resentful at them. But speak to them about your observation. Let them know that you care and you love them, and offer your support. The next thing you want to do is to point out resources available to this family member or your friend. You want to say, hey, maybe there's a community mental health center here or phone numbers here. You can make those resources available to them. Again, you don't have to be an expert, but just having common knowledge of resources and where to find help is definitely important and a crucial part of your conversation with this family member. Let them know you care about them. Let them know you support them. And one way you can support them is attending the initial sessions with them. If it's an outpatient session, even though they will not allow you to sit in with them, you can drive them to appointment. You can sit outside and wait for them. If it's going to be an emergency room for crisis assessment, you can take them there. You can support, provide extra information that would help all these experts to find a suitable care for your loved one. If it's inpatient, while they are there, you can make a phone call, you can support them. And when they come out with any follow-up appointment, you can be there for that. If your loved one is open to trying psychotropic medications, please don't condemn them. Because for some people, they get to a place where medication does not become an option for them, because the medication is needed for their recovery process and their stabilization. So if you have a family member who gets to that point and they need to take medication, please, please, please don't be judgmental towards them, but support them and help to understand what they need to do in their recovery process. Another thing you can do for your loved one is to help and understand what your triggers are, what your stresses are, and how to manage those triggers and stresses. You can learn alongside your family member and your friend. You can be supportive and be available to that. And lastly, don't forget to pray for them and with them. And also, don't forget to continue to invite them in activities. Something that we've noticed is that when people go through the illness phase, they become very isolated. And they have a sense of judging themselves, thinking that other people are judging them. So it's important for you to continue to invite them into your space, to invite them into any activity, and don't look down on them. Treat them with respect, treat them with empathy as they are going through their recovery phase, because it can be very confusing. And you want to be there to support them through it all. If you have any questions about today's discussion, please don't hesitate. Send me an email and I'll sure reply or respond to your email. My email address is mylifereconsidered.gmail.com. My email again is mylifereconsidered.gmail.com. Thank you for staying in tune with me and hope to see you another time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.